Hi, I'm Mike,
And I'm Sam.
and this is
Wise Words with Dodo
Birds.
Birds.
We are in a serene, remote location by the river, in our primal state. At the next episode, we talked about doing an episode for AI, so we figured we get to the
And we'll do natural first before artificial.
primitive before we go to the advanced.
So we're in nature.
Nature. It's beautiful. Pretty cool stuff. I can't wait till we can simulate this in the in a VR headset, high fidelity.
Simulate nature. That's the problem with the world.
Yeah.
People do think that, like, I don't know. I have heard, and I mean, I don't want to shit on like how awesome some video games are, but like I have heard about people talking about how great it is to be out in nature in a video game.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not, and there are some sights to behold, to be sure. But like, those all come from the world that we live in.
What does it mean to behold?
To behold?
Yeah. You can bring that down a little bit. Yeah.
To like,
Yeah.
I guess depends on the context.
Well, like when you say like a sight to behold, the fuck does that mean? Because you don't hear that in any other expression. Like,
Yeah, I guess the actual definition of such a term I wouldn't actually know.
because like, yeah, I'm familiar with the term like beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does that mean?
I guess it just means the holder.
Yeah.
It-
The beehole. Der.
Lame.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hack. Get off the stage.
Right. Boo.
Do you think you would survive out in the wild? Plane crash. You and I.
Where at?
Okay, you and I. We are famous.
Famous?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're so famous that we're going on a private jet to Utah. And things go bad. Carl, the pilot, tells us it's not looking great.
and we've become fat cats like I do say, good man, our plane is going down.
No. We're doing
Still us.
yeah. We're doing
Okay.
modestly. We're doing good enough that people want us to go places and
Okay.
do stuff.
But we're still okay. Well, and where's it at?
We go down in the mountains we go down, let's say Canada, because like, did you ever read Gary Paulson's Hatchet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like that
like,
scenario.
yeah.
Yeah. At that age, the age the kid in that was, um, not so sure. But at this age, I think I could manage that. Yeah.
Because like Canada is pretty close to what we got going on around here, climate wise. You know,
Yeah. I mean, again,
in
in
the
the
spring.
summertime, in the wintertime, no,
yeah,
I'm dead.
yeah.
I'm dead.
But can you start a fire
Yes. I've done
without
it
a
before.
lighter or anything?
Fucking takes me an eternity, but I have done it.
Yeah,
And like, it was actually even easy there because it was in California where everything's really dry and easy to make a fire like that, you know?
yeah. We've been having so many fires lately. I've kind of realized the difference between like if it rains for an hour, the difference between starting a fire and not is like it goes up substantially.
Yeah.
Like even 5% like hydration or like moisture on the wood is like kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So
Like, you could soak that shit in lighter fluid and it still isn't gonna go up a lot of the time, especially if it's logged at all, waterlogged.
I don't know how well I do. Like I don't know how long I would make it because
That's another thing. When you ask if I'd make it, like, how long we talking? Because like for a little while, I
let's
don't know.
let's go up. Let's gradual. A day? Yeah.
Sure.
I think we both got a day.
I think most people would survive, barring wild animals not attacking. Because that's another thing. While a bear attacks, I'm fucked.
3 days?
no attacks and just having to find food, water, and shelter, I think I could get 3 days.
See, like, you get past 3 like, 3, I'm like, "Yeah, yeah," but, like, when
Well,
we go to 5 days,
you
then
see,
it's getting
I feel like if you've made it 3 days, then now you've secured water, right? You can drink water and you
not
can survive.
necessarily.
Then you're gonna die after 3 or 4 days, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, let's assume you found water, right?
Okay.
Then I think your next, landmark is, are you getting? Because again, barring no bear attacks, or wasn't he attacked by a moose or something and hatchet?
I don't remember.
Which he survived,
He had
but
some scuffles.
like, barring no attacks like that, your next thing is, even if you're eating food like fruit, berries, shit you're finding, eventually you're gonna have to make sure you're getting all the food groups or you'll still starve.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about harvesting is that you're often losing caloric, uh, you're 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 burning too many calories to find berries. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? And you're
mhm.
not replacing them.
You're not replacing enough with the berries for sure.
Mary and I have watched a lot of, like, survivalist shows, like Alone
Mhm.
and Naked and Afraid and stuff, and, yeah, if you can't fish or because, like, hunting is especially in the modern day, is a lot more challenging. Like, okay,
Why?
well, 1, there's significantly less animals. I mean,
Sure, but if you're out in the middle of nowhere, there's probably more animals because
but if
there's not people hunting them.
but you're also in the middle if you're in the middle of nowhere in the late 1800s
You're
or,
gonna
like
There's gonna definitely be more plentiful game.
early 1800s, it's like, yeah, getting a deer would be I don't know the statistics, but, like,
That
let's
you
say 3
you're
times.
I was gonna say, your odds go up big time, the further back you go.
um, yeah, in the modern day, I've made actually, out on these trails, I made a snare trap for a deer, and it did work, um, like a noose trap.
Yeah, you caught something?
Yeah, I felt bad about it.
You're like, "Oh shit, it worked."
Yeah, and I was like a shithead kid that was like I think when it was when we were reading Hatchet,
Oh, yeah.
like, 'cause we were like, my buddy and I were like, "Oh, let's try that," and then we, like, go check the trap, it's like, "Oh, no."
There's a deer in there.
And
Fuck. And,
yeah,
you have to, like, have permits for,
'cause,
like,
like,
hunting.
if you didn't, have a knife or something, what are you doing with it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, "Oh shit, we caught one. What do we do?"
because, like, if you just had
Dog
a
chasing cars.
if you had to use stone tools, like, let's say we have nothing in this scenario,
Mhm.
um, you catch a deer, you noose it, um, beat it over the head with a rock, dies. Then what? Like you would have to spend caloric intake or, like, calories
Oh, well,
sharpening rocks enough to cut open and perform,
yeah, I mean, you could find a way, trust me. If you were determined, you'd figure it out.
see, I don't feel great about surviving myself entirely alone,
Uh-huh.
but if I had one other person,
Teamwork.
because like, I feel like I would be a bushcraft fucking machine. Like, I'm resourceful, but I don't have, like, enough, like
I feel like I'm the same way.
I don't know if I have the mental fortitude. Like I need somebody else to be like, we got this.
Yeah, yeah,
We're good. We're good." Like,
yeah.
and you like, because I could build this stuff. I could, like
I was about to say, I know you could do the part, like, for, like, the hardest part. Okay, we're talking. All right, let's go back a little bit. Let's unpack. Okay, because you got to hunting, right? Well, we talked about food. Like you said, you started with fishing.
yeah.
Fishing would probably be what you're doing in the short term, at least, assuming you found a lake or something. Now, if you're trying to catch a deer, you've probably had the wherewithal to make your weapons before you made your trap, and then, like, sharpen up your rocks, make your spears, whatever it is you have to do. The hard part, like something I don't know, and this is the kind of thing that the trial and error could be costly, which is actually like skinning, gutting, and fucking, getting
I
it ready.
That's the stuff I do know.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's where we'd make a good team.
Yeah, so, okay, like, in the scenario we laid out, it's you and I,
Yeah,
and,
well,
like,
yeah.
Carl didn't make
The
the
pilot.
plane driver, yeah, yeah, he didn't make it. Um, do we eat him? No, okay,
No, we're
yeah,
not that
it's
desperate.
yeah, it's not that far.
No, we're of the mindset we're getting this guy back to his
Alright.
family.
No, 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 like, so he dies. Like, what day do we think about
Eating him?
yeah.
I mean, if there's no okay, all right,
If it's summer,
let's back it up and unpack. No fish. Berries is all we can find.
yeah, because fishing in the wild is fucking hard as shit.
We've probably tried to catch deer or, rats, even squirrels, right? But we're failing, I would assume. Um, we're getting hungry no matter how much we eat of what we do find. I I don't know because he's gonna start rotting by the time I would probably consider eating him.
That's why I think, like, with me being who I am, it wouldn't take long for me to bring it up. Like,
Be like, "He's gonna rot if we don't."
be like, "Dude, okay, obviously, God bless, but he's just kinda there."
I
Like, uh, if we
don't know.
he's gonna be bad. We're gonna have to get rid of
You
him.
got a couple of days at most.
I mean, I guess you could use him as bait.
Yeah. Is that better?
Yes,
Feeding him to wild anim
than consuming him directly. Yeah, 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 I think
Okay,
so.
cool.
I think most of society would agree as well. It's not great, it's not like
Pig bait, though.
we're
Pigs
not
would you could
winning
string them up,
we're
and the
not
pigs
winning
would
any
come.
awards for that move, but, like,
But we're in Canada, right?
yeah,
Are there are wild pigs in Canada? There's pig hunting up there, right?
not sure.
Because you could definitely get pigs with a corpse. I don't know about
If there's boars out in the wild, we don't make it.
I mean, if we have Carl, we might.
Nope, we don't make it.
How come?
They're fucking nasty mean.
I understand that, but elaborate, unpack. Why don't we
Um,
make it? What are they
they're vicious. They're pack animals.
Uh-huh.
If
You
we
don't
have
think we're smarter than them?
that's not the problem. We don't run 40 miles an hour and
Can we get up into trees?
have the barbarous rage of a
Have you ever built a tree house?
see, you would need help to help me on the climbing part. I'm
Yeah?
not a great climber. I could get up in a tree, I think, but I haven't
I
I
mean, we
know
probably build a ladder for it.
I didn't climb trees
But if
as a
there are
kid.
boars, we're probably elevating our shelter so that, because then we're fine. You'd be surprised once you get like 5 feet up, boars are no longer a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you would just have to sit there for 4
In
hours.
fact, I actually
You'd
had a
have to sit
story that a friend of mine, he had some friends. So this is like a secondhand, third-hand story. He had some friends. We'll resume the stuck in the wild thing, but they were going boar hunting. It was like a pig. It was a type of pig. I don't think they were quite, but they were like a vicious fucking thing, right? And his buddies, they like shot some of these pigs, and then a whole bunch more started appearing, like you said, packs, right? And they started killing these pigs, and the pigs chased them up the tree, and the dumbasses, like my buddy was talking about them like they were morons for doing this, and it kind of sounds like it, but they were like shooting these pigs, and I guess there were like hundreds of them. There were so many of these pigs that they were like stacking up, and they like had to stop killing the pigs because they were using the dead pigs to get up higher.
To loo oh
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Like a
Like,
zombie
it was
apocalypse.
like, dude, when he was
Yeah, like
describing it,
World War Z where
yeah,
they're all, like, piling on
yes.
top
And of course, a much smaller scale and not nearly as intense version of that. But like,
Sure.
it was like they probably had like 10 dead pigs down there all on top of each other, and they were starting to get up higher towards the tree, and they're like, we got to stop killing them and just wait for them to leave.
Yeah.
Because like, again, I don't know if it was hundreds of pigs, but like dozens.
Bro, 2 pigs is out of control.
Yeah, two
Like
pigs is a problem.
like 1 pig I could maybe outmaneuver, but if there's 2, like the running around the tree like the fucking Scooby-Doo trick could work on 1 pig.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, "Oh,
And
oh,
maybe
I'm
not
going
even.
left, I'm
They're not
going"
stupid animals.
Yeah, like,
Surprising.
but 2, they got
Yeah.
they're mean. Alright, so we use Carl as bait instead of,
For pigs, right? Because what else is going to want to eat him?
a lot of stuff. Mountain lions, bears, uh, like raccoons and shit. you know,
Yeah,
fish,
fish,
like,
pigs, bears, I guess. Yeah, but like, do you really think we're gonna catch a bear?
the only way I could hypothesize to even kill a bear with no tools or gun.
We would get tools. You could make tools, especially if we're using Carl as bait
I'm
for them.
saying
We're
I'm
anticipating the
saying
bears.
modern tools.
Oh, okay.
Because like rock is tool, I guess, but like
Rock is a hell of
not
a fuck.
not optimized for bear slaying. Um,
Sharp rocks. That's all. That's what we have, bro.
yeah,
We have spears and sharp rocks. So when you say not optimal, it's like, what else do we? We have traps, right? We could build maybe something like a big stick ball that falls from the tree or something. Gravity, just bam, it just impales it.
yeah,
Like something like that would work. But otherwise, we got sticks and stones, my friend, to break their bones.
yeah. So we lure them in. We're up in trees. We just huck big rocks at them. Or I guess
See, I think
you
we're
could make a deadfall trap,
yeah.
like where you and I gather all the rocks that we can get. We get the bait, and it's up in a tree, and we have some sort of like, vine or
Are we still talking about a bear?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because bears can climb trees.
No, but I'm saying like, how do you kill this thing? If we were going to, I think like a deadfall trap where you have like a bunch of like rocks and stuff
Something heavy that
above,
falls.
and we can like cut
Gravity.
cut it, and then it just hits them. You
Better
know,
yet, it cuts it. It triggers the trap.
yeah, yeah, like a trip trap, and then
See, we went from hunting pigs to hunting bears. Like, I think we should lower our our expectations of ourselves. How do we catch the pig? Because like those are also, like you said, pack animals. If we do it right, now we're you know,
I feel better about a bear than I do pigs. Like I really
a
like
pack of
I'm
pigs.
not being silly. Um, yeah, wild boars are nothing to fuck with. They're
Well, and
so
I guess
mean.
what kind of bear are we talking about? Like a black bear, a smaller one?
Yeah, the
Because
fact
then,
that
yeah, I'd
it's
probably feel all right.
the fact that it's a single thing, and I know that they're super fast and they climb trees. They're terrifying, but like a pack of wild pigs, I
They're also
I
terrifying.
see survival rate 10% ish.
Yeah, I feel like with pigs because they're easy to outsmart. Like if you can outsmart
Pigs
them,
are very intelligent. You know that,
they
right?
are. They are. But if you
Like
can
way more intelligent than bears.
yeah, but they're less capable. Like a bear may not be as smart as a pig, but it can climb right up the tree. The pigs may be smart, but they can't climb the tree.
They'll just sit there with their tusks like dinosaurs and snarl at you until more pigs come below the tree that we're hiding in for
Well,
hours, days. They might come back, like they might fuck off for like a bit, and then somebody goes sweet, and the fucking boys, the goons roll up.
so we set traps for them.
Yeah,
Or are you not feeling confident we can beat the pig problem?
well, one, I don't know if there is even wild boars in Canada, so
But you
we
know there's
won't.
bear.
But we won't. So we won't base the whole
I could
survival
swear they
rate.
are.
Yeah,
And then we even if we're not gonna hunt them, we do, like you said, we need to know how to stay away from
okay. So let's say
them.
let's say we do kill a boar. We find a
Let's not even kill it.
we find a small one. It's like, it's not a baby,
It'll
but
feed us for a couple of days.
it's not a baby, but it's like the equivalent of like a 5-year-old. It's got something, we're talking pounds of meat, smoking, curing, all that I could do. I know how to like scoop the guts out of shit. My stepdad actually, the first time I killed a deer, he was like, I might have told this story on the podcast, or I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure, but like first time I killed a deer, he was like, he like cuts off a little piece of the heart, and he's like, eat it. I was like, what? He's like, my dad made me eat like the piece of my first kill, and his dad did the same, and his dad did the same. So, it's like, it's like good luck, and it's giving back. You like gave some bullshit
Right,
mountain man speak.
right.
And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And it's like raw. We just gutted the deer.
Let me guess, after you eat it, he just goes, dude, I can't believe you did that.
I was just, okay. And he's like, don't fucking eat that, you nasty.
You nasty fuck.
He's like, gross, man.
What are you doing? We're
Yeah.
actually about to put that in your mouth?
Yeah, it was funny.
You mean diseases? Jesus.
So let's go back to our first. Okay,
All
so
right, we have the
3
baby
days.
boar.
3 days, we got the boar. 5 days, if we have the boar, I feel good.
Well, have we pissed off the pack?
Well, we're gonna exclude their
Okay.
social. This one got lost.
Okay. Yeah, well, it just
Hank the hog did not.
in this story, the idea that we bagged a boar rather than a black bear just sounds like more doable. All right, so we have bagged our boar.
Editor put in videos of wild hog.
Yeah. Show what viciousness they are.
The editor's you, in this case.
So yes. Mental note.
So okay, so 7 days. We have a pig. We have fresh water.
And we have
7
fire.
days is good. I think by 7 days we would have some sort of rough shelter kind of worked out.
How do we get Netflix? No, I'm kidding. I just, I can't live without my TV.
I mean, with the way solar panels are today, it makes me kind of just like for this very scenario, makes me like before we started recording this, in my bag was just like things that don't really belong, but like are nichely useful.
Yeah.
I think like a tiny solar cell might be a good thing to add to the always carry for you never know why reason. Cause like if you can charge your phone and shit,
Right.
dude, that's the
You
only
just have
way,
a satellite hookup for your phone.
bro, that's the only way our podcast would actually get big is like if we
Got
we
lost.
were out in the fucking woods for 3 weeks and survived and we got like rescued.
Yeah.
And then we like edit the podcast afterwards and it's just like us for fucking 3 weeks just losing our minds.
Yeah.
So okay. So a week, good. 10 days. I feel like we start getting sketchy again unless we get a kill.
I mean, that's a big part of it is like finding the food consistently. Because whatever, in addition to the danger that a pack of boars presents, if you do it right, you can just pick one off every now and then.
You need to get you need to get the pack of wild pigs out of your mind. It's like, bro, they're insanely vicious. Like,
All right, well then, so we're in Canada.
we're fucked if we
We're
find
7 days.
Yeah. So 7 days, I feel good about that. 10 days, we start getting sketchy again. Let's just say,
We
okay,
start to,
so
now the next question is, do we hope for rescue or do we start to move in a direction?
I think rescue would be the ultimate.
Okay.
Like, we're not going out there for clout.
Right.
Like, if we're doing that, something bad happened. Like, if we're out in the woods with nothing, something real bad happened.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's say what's our max time you think we could sustain given everything goes moderately okay? No, we're not saying perfect conditions, we're not saying unlucky.
I mean,
We're able to get
Ooh,
a fish
there's no-
here and
I
there.
say like even if there is fish, you can only fish so much in an area. I mean, I guess I don't know. That's why they have laws about it. It's like you can only fish so much in certain areas so that the population stays. If we're doing it to survive, we might fish the area dry.
No, we wouldn't. Like a fish would feed like one fish, unless it's like
Depends
a
on
little
how big it is.
Yeah, but sunfish is not a river fish of Canada, like a bluegill. Like the fish we would find would be more
It
substantial.
would be okay.
You have bass, trout, salmon. Yeah, I mean, we catch salmon. We're fucking good, dude. You ever had smoked salmon?
Yeah.
It's really
I
good.
don't know if it had smoked salmon. I've definitely had a couple versions of salmon.
Well, that's what we would be making is
You're
smoked
like, well,
salmon.
that's what we'd be having.
Um, okay, so let's say let's boil it down to can we survive a month?
I mean, again, I think after like the 10-day, 2-week mark, I mean, if we see a bear, we're dead. That's my thoughts. I don't think we're surviving a bear competition. So if there's bears in the area, I don't think we make it a month. If there's a pack of boars in the area, we don't make it a month.
With bears, you can scare them off though. Like you can have fire and be big and like, but like boars, they don't give a fuck.
That's true.
They're
Bears
just
have a
like
sense of
it's like
self-preservation.
it's like Cannibal Corpse and death metal in the mind of a bear
That
or in the mind of a boar all the time.
that story I told earlier, I feel like captures them perfectly. Like they don't care if you just murdered a dozen of their family members; they're coming after you,
Yeah,
and
they're
with
more
no
like
plan.
zombies.
But see, with no plan, they're just gonna wait. You're gonna sit there and wait.
They're fine with it. They don't got any. Their schedule's clear.
They got more time than we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
They can take it in shifts.
yeah, exactly. Like the bear might get
How
tired and
fucked would that be if we're up in a tree hiding from like 3 or 4 boars, right? Like they're all riled up and then they kind of calm down and we're like, man, they're about to leave, right? Then like 4 or 5 more come rolling up and the 4 that were there just leave and it's like, hey, and they start snarling and getting angry.
yeah, I imagine like as they're like trading shifts, they're just like, like have a good night and like they're like chatting it
Yeah.
out.
Like they're literally exchanging
Yeah, nothing.
points.
Yeah, nothing's been too eventful. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
still up there. Well, good luck with you.
Yeah. Well, this should be coming down. Yeah, maybe a day. Maybe a day. Might be ours, might be yours.
See you guys in the morning.
Yeah, right. Could happen tonight, guys. Could happen tonight.
Um, but like, yeah, I feel like I would do well in the bushcraft aspect. You know what bushcraft is? It's
No.
like the ability to create stuff in the wild, like
Okay.
your snares, your shelter. Um, it's like
Yeah.
caveman engineering,
Mhm.
and that's something I'm of the resourceful type. I would think.
Yeah, I could, looking around just where we are, definitely make use of some of it.
Yeah, I feel like we would have a pretty comfy shelter.
Well,
Like if we took the metrics of how much we've upgraded the podcast into literally surviving, I think I think we would have pretty good shelter. We'd at least be comfortably starving.
yeah. I was gonna say, I really feel like shelter-wise, yeah, like on the craftsman end of things, like that would be probably where we'd do all right. It's food. I really do think it would come down to food a lot,
Yeah.
both in this and like a post-apocalyptic fucking world. Like,
Like if we because we're by a river right now, if we could lock down fish, like we're good. You could chill for the entire summer. You can lock down fish and you can get some berries, like some other
mhm,
additional nutrients.
so you need a
Um,
couple things.
but like yeah, like even weaving a net for a stream
Mhm.
is like incredibly difficult. It would take like you and I
Right.
like
Oh yeah.
collabing on a net for maybe 2 days. Like
We would have to have something to hold us down while we were figuring out all these. You have to find berries or something,
I think okay,
apples.
just to kind of wrap this scenario up, I think you and I would realize the gravity of the situation. And before we even got to 2 weeks, a month, or anything like that, I think day two we're eating Carl.
Yeah.
And we
I
would
mean, that's about the amount of time you
we would commit
day 2.
cannibalism
Just pretend we didn't.
and we would get rescued like day 3.
Just like eating Carl while we're building our fishing net, and then
And
a
then a
fucking rescue
helicopter.
helicopter flies in. Like,
What's going on here, boys?
A bear found us and started eating Carl.
I think we gotta kill the helicopter guy. It's a spiral now. This is who we have
I
become.
mean, we didn't we didn't kill Carl, or did we? Did we kill
No, no,
Carl?
no. He, uh, no, we didn't kill Carl.
Maybe.
This is probably a good time.
No.
The elements are already working against us.
All right. Yeah, we can wrap it up.
But yeah, we didn't kill Carl. I think we should leave that cut in there, honestly.
I agree.
um,
Ah, ugh.
I guess this has been a lot of nothing. And how do you think you would survive in the wild? How would you do in the, let's say, middle of Canada, springtime?
I think me and Mike really like. Yeah, we played it out. We like to think that we can do it, but I think we make it at the most the 3 to 5 day mark. We'll
There's
eat
a lot
Carl
of-
on day 2.
There's a lot of luck involved in the nature game. Like, if you're in a place where there's animals and shit, maybe. But if you're in a place where there's not, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, you're absolutely boned. Um, what bushcraft,
Yeah, leave in the comments what you would build
guys? Yeah,
with
yeah.
with something in the wild to assist you at first.
Yeah, let's say, give us your day 5 strategy,
Like
or like 1 through 5 strategy.
like for
What are you
me,
doing
oh
first
yeah,
day?
we want your strategy too, but like the first thing I would make is some kind of rock, like stone made hatchet. I would like use rocks to sharpen other rocks and then, try to make a hatchet with out of some sticks.
Yeah,
Find something to use for rope.
we'll use Carl's bones and sinew.
Dude, we can use Carl's bones, dude. Actually, I didn't even think about that. If we're gonna eat him, we might as well make complete total use of everything.
Yeah,
Man. We can make rope out of his intestine.
I would feel bad about this the stripping of Carl's sinew.
What is that?
It's like it's like kind of like a skin layer around the muscles and in like bones. It's like connective tissue to your muscles.
Why would you feel bad about?
Because you'd have to do it. like
Right.
it's a and
You
like
wouldn't feel bad about eating his flesh, but stripping his sinew, that would bother you.
you can just kind of cut a hunk off of him and walk the other direction, not look at him, and eat some of him. But sinew is it would be hours of us like carefully cutting the meat off the bones and then like
Just chop his head off so you don't gotta look at him.
yeah, just dehumanize him immediately.
Yeah,
I think that is the route.
that is the route. Jesus, man up, Mike. We gotta survive.
Yeah. It's what Carl's kids would have wanted. Carl's not even real, and I feel bad for him.
Right?
If you're a Carl watching, don't go on a plane with us.
Don't be our plane pilot.
Until next time.
Ta-ta.
And toodaloo. Mwah.
See ya.
I don't know what that was about.